In this series of 3 lessons on mass media, we're looking at media stereotypes. In this first lesson, we're looking at gender, how the media pushes certain versions of gender. In the book, we're on page 134 to 135. So we're going to learn about the mass media use of the stereotypes of women, to understand the possible effects of these stereotypes. By doing that, we're developing our analysis skills. Keywords are maternal, like a mother, domestic, home, neglect, sexual, pornography, kiss and tell, authority, natural, attractiveness, failure, success, cumulative, drip, 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 social construct. Cumulative, drip, 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 something builds up slowly over time, a little tiny bit, drip, 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 it's called cumulative. Right. When we look through the mass media, sociologists see 4 main messages the mass media pushes out. Number 1, females should be mothers. Images like this abound in the mass media. Here's the family, here's the woman, it's her job to look after them. They're eating, she's cooking. Yeah, they're watching telly, she's doing the housework. Mass media images of mothers are everywhere, telling women you should be this. Alongside that, and a strange one, is sex. Women are used to sell things to these in their sexuality, which is a weird one. It contrasts very strangely with the mother one. Women can't be both, but they're going to have to be both, because only women can give birth and be mums. But still, the media doesn't matter. They still push women as a sex objects, a sexual way. So in the most obvious things, you have this woman on top of this car trying to sell this car. Like, what's that got to do with the car? Another media stereotype: blokes are in charge. They're the bosses. Women are the housewives at home, men are at work, they've got power making decisions. You have to get these sort of messages in the mass media. And the final stereotype: single equals sad loser. Again, we're talking about rom-coms here. The idea is, no matter how successful you are in the rest of your life, in your job, in wherever it is, if you don't have a husband, stroke boyfriend, you are a loser. That is what you should concern yourself with. You should be attractive to men. That is how you become a woman. That's a media message. And what's the punishment for women? If women will not conform to these stereotypes, if women want to dress differently and behave differently, what is the punishment for them? They are called dykes. If they're lucky, they're called tomboys. You're lesbian, you're a dyke. What that means is, these are women who will not conform to these stereotypes. There's something wrong with them. Which leads us to the understanding that gender is a social construct. We decide what is male and female. We decide through our culture the norms and the values. Women must do this and care about this. They must care about their appearance. They must care about being feminine. Therefore they must wear certain clothes and makeup and act in certain ways. There is expected behaviour and aspirations. They must want boyfriends, stroke husbands, stroke babies. And there are rewards and punishments. If you follow it, people find you attractive. If you don't, you're a dyke. That's the punishment. And if it comes to it, if you keep on, if you're a feminist sociologist, you'd say that final punishment for this is violence. You will be attacked. Men will be so threatened by this, they'll use physical violence against you. And we can go a bit further, because if gender is a social construct, it is for males as well as females. So look at these 10 characteristics. Yeah. Which are male and which are female. We'll talk about it in class. Not very difficult, I don't think. Read these five. When the mass media portrays different genders, who's who? How do they show men? How do they show women? Yeah, talk about them more in class.